Welcome back, A.C.C family. Today, we getting this crankshaft installed. Yes, sir. Let's get to it. But before we do, a little word from our sponsors.
The Natural Way 365. Everything is better natural. Visit The Natural Way at www.thenaturalway365.com. You can also catch The Natural Way 365 on Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest, Blogger, and YouTube at The Natural Way 365. Remember, everything is better natural.
All right, YouTube, let's go over the parts we're going to use to install this crankshaft. First, we got our bearings. I went with King Racing bearings for no particular reason other than that's just what I chose. You know, you choose accordingly. Next up, we got the Plastigage. If you're going to do this job, do it right. Check the clearances. Hey, this stuff costs $5.99. Buy it. Next up, you got your bolts or stud or whatever you decide to go with. I decided to go with the ARP bolts and stud kit. It's probably overkill for what I'm doing, but hey, future proof. Let's get into it. Let's install this crank right quick. We're going to take some acetone right quick. Then we're going to clean the journals. So let me see if I can do this with one hand because, you know, I'm not really good at YouTube. Oh, I guess not that down. Oh, guess, look what we did. All right, let's see, can we do this without making a mess? Acetone. Take like that there. I'm going to clean these journals up real good. Like that. I'll clean it. Then I'm going to take my finger. I ain't putting a lot of pressure on. I just want to clean it up. I'm putting a lot of pressure on it. I just want to clean them up. Alright, y'all, let's put these bearings in. We got the King Racing bearings. So let's see if we can open these up right quick. Alright, we got the bearings. Let's take these over there. Let's get these put in here. I got the bearings right here. I got them already separated. We got the bottom ones right here. And we got the top ones right there. Alright, so let's start one of these bottom ones. Let's get it. And all we want to do, you see it's got this tang on it. Y'all see it? Y'all see that tang? You see that tang on there? We want to line up this tang right here in the block. Everyone but this middle one, because your middle one is your thrust bearing. So we're going to take this and we're just going to push it in there. This is a dry fit, so we just want to push it in there. Just like that. We want to make sure that it ain't pushed up to one side or the next. Make sure it's all even. And that one look good. Look at our oil passages. Everything look good. All right, let's grab another one. And boom. There it is. Y'all see that? Y'all see how smooth that is across the gap? That's perfect. That's perfect. Alright, as y'all can see, we got all the main bearings put in. Alright. Now before we do anything, we're gonna check the clearance. So I'm not gonna put any assembly lube on it right now. I'm gonna drop the crank in it. I'm gonna drop the crank in it. And then we're gonna see what the clearance, we're gonna check the clearances. But first we're gonna put these main studs in here right quick. So let's do that. All right, let's put these studs in. Now, it's 2 different size studs for our application. You got one that's going to be slightly longer than the other one. Let me see, can I put them together for you so you can see it. Let me see how you got one that's just slightly longer than the next one, right? Just by a little hair, right? Trying to make sure I get them lined up good, right? But see, it's a slightly longer one. That one's going to go to the inner side, see? The longer studs go to the inside. The short ones go to the outside. All right, so remember, long to the inside, short to the outside. All right, make sure you apply a little torque assembly lube. All right, let's put some of this torque lube on these bolts. These the longer ones, so these the inner ones. So I'm gonna do those first. And of course, you know, this will be the top of the bolt because you see the opening. This will be the bottom of the bolt. So we just want to add a little bit. I don't take much. Just add a little bit. There we go. Just add a little bit to the. I don't take much. You know what I'm saying? A little torque loop. Matter of fact, let's just do this. Alright? This gonna be enough for all of them. See what I'm saying? Gonna be enough for all those. Alright. I'm gonna take a little bit, put it on this one. Alright, let's just take all these now. Let's take them all. Then we should just be able to, these the inner bolts so they go down. And it should just go hand tight. Lube on it. Yeah, so just all that. So it's clean, so I don't see no reason why it's shampoo. Oh, it's good. Alright, let's do the next set. Alright, there we go. That's all we need. Don't take much. Do not take much of this stuff. These are gonna be the outer bolts. Boom. We tight on that. I want to add a little ultra lube to it just because I don't want to set it in here dry. So I'm just going to add a little ultra lube on it. Not a lot. I'm going to add more on it before I install it. That's just a little bit. I just want to add a little bit. Yeah. So a little bit. I don't want to put it on dry. I don't want to put it on dry now. I want to try to. Alright, that's gonna do it. Alright, that's gonna do it. Alright, let's set the crank in there. All right, let's make sure we set it in gently. There we go. All right, now let's put these in our main bearing. Let's put our caps in our main bearings. All right, so we got number 4, number 5, which go to the back. Number 3. So move this out the way. Number 1, number 2. All right. Now all these face this way except the last one. All these face like this, facing the back of the motor except the last one. The last one faces the last one. The indents face the front of the motor. Let's put the. I'm gonna wipe these down with acetone, and we'll put them in there. See, in the back one, these got tines on them, as you can see. All right, we're gonna take napkin, not a napkin, but good lint free. Put some acetone on it. Bring that back just a little bit. Yeah, some acetone, and I'm just gonna wipe it out real quick. Make sure this all good. Nothing major. These are all friction fit anyway. Just want to make sure it's good, not messed up. All right, nothing major. So of course we know this is gonna go on our number 3, which is our one that's got our thrust bearing on it. You can tell it's always gonna be this one. You can tell this one different from the rest. All right. As far as indentations, this don't have any indentations to say which way it goes on here. So we're just gonna put it. Now, the thing does have a tine, but this don't have a tine, so I'm just gonna line it up right there. Make sure that one's even with the edge I want. So push this one down. Boom, just like that. Just like that. Boom, there we go. All right, let's do the rest of them. Now, these all got tines on them. So we're not gonna put any assembly lube on top of that because we're gonna put the plastic gauge in there. And I want to gauge it first. Remember, the plastic gauge. We want to do this first to check our clearances. All right, we cut it open. All right. Now, let me show you what it is. I'm gonna pull a little bit, pull it out. Now in here is a little piece of plastic gauge. We want to cut some of it out. And then we want to measure it against this. Right? So, let me figure out how to get it out of here first. Alright, so, can you see that? Alright, what we want to do is take a little bit of it like this, right? And take it. Then we're going to take some scissors. Then we're going to cut little lengths and set them in the thing. Alright, so I'm going to cut it about that long, 2, 3 pieces, right? Alright. Now we're going to take these little pieces like this, Let me take you with me for a minute. I'm gonna take this little piece and we're gonna set it right here on this crank journal. Not right there though. We need to set it down in this one. So I'm gonna set that little piece right there in that crank journal. Can you see it right there? We're gonna set it right there. Alright. Now we're gonna do that for all the ones for the bearings. Alright. As you can see, on each one where the connecting caps go is where I put the Plastigage. So as you can see, each one where I put the Plastigage is where the cap will go. Alright? There's 5 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Alright, so I'm gonna torque it. Alright, let's put these caps on. Alright. I'm gonna wipe it with my finger, make sure it's clean. This is the number 1 cap. Now remember, all the little ramps face backwards except number 5. Number 5 face forward towards the front of the engine. But this is the number 1 cap. So this one gonna go right here. Alright. I'm gonna go just like that. Alright. Let's make sure it sit down on it good and proper. Alright, what's the next one? Number 2. This number 2. Again, like I said, these all face backwards. Make sure that thing clean. Let's sit down on it. No, not turn straight. Not turn straight. Alright, let's go. Let's stand up. Slime up. That's about bricks or these steps. Alright, 4. Remember, all you want to do is 7, 5, 5, 5, right? Do not get that. Alright. Remember, y'all see the little wrap on number 5? It's gonna go towards the front of the engine. Remember that. Alright, let's put number 5 on. Alright. Oh, got a little sticky situation on number 5. Straighten them back up. See what's going on with them. Number 5 a little tight. What's going on with number 5? Hard enough. There we go. Shit clear. I don't want to force it down. Let's see. There we go. There we go. She need a little persuasion. That's all. She just need a little persuasion, y'all. That's all. Alright, remember, do not spin this. No matter how bad you want to spin it, do not spin this crank. Let's put it torque down on it. Let's get the bolts. Now I'm not gonna put no torque lube on it right now, because I'm finna pull them back off. I'll do it when I put it down in the sink line. Right? Alright, let's torque them down. Now the torque settings for these specific ones says to torque them down for the inner studs to 60 foot-pounds and to torque the outer studs to 50 foot-pounds, right? And it also says to do that in 3 steps. So you want to do that in 3 steps to get to 60 and 50. So for like 60, I could do 20, 40, and then 60 on the last pass. Then on this one, I could do like, let's just say 15, 15, and 20. Bruh. And we'll get that 50, right? And then you want to make sure you follow your manufacturer's specific torque rotation or sequence. As you can see on this particular engine, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, and so on. So on my first pass, I'm gonna set my torque wrench to 20 foot-pounds. All right, let's do that. Let's take it down. All right, it's 80. I don't know if y'all can see that. Let me see if you can see that. Let's get it down to where it says 20, 50, All right, that's 20 right there. So I'm gonna get the 0 on the 20 right there. Now, I don't know if you can see that, but you see how that 0 is on that 20 right there? Zero that. That's 20 foot-pounds. Right there. I'm gonna lock it back in. Make sure it stay locked in. Now, that's 20 foot-pounds right there. This is 30 foot-pounds right there. Alright, let's take it up. That was the first pass. Let's do another one. Let's take it up to 40 foot-pounds. I'll just do 50. And then we'll leave the outer bolts. I should do it. I took them all back loose. Alright, YouTube, we got that first cap off. You see the Plastigage on it right there? Alright, you gonna see it on the cap too right here, right? So I'm gonna just measure it on the cap. Now how you do this is, you take your little clearance thing, right? You see your three, come on. You see your three clearances, your four clearances, right? Alright, this is how we're gonna do this. Put it right next to this one. See, it's kind of wider than that one, right? It's kind of wider than that one too. Bring it right here. We're good right there. So we're at like a 0.1. It's wider than that one. So it fit right into that. But it's definitely into those. So right in there. Alright. Now, let's take the rest of the caps off, measure them, make sure they're in clearance. Then we'll clean all the Plastigage off. Then we'll put the lube on. And I'm going to bring you right back. Let's pull these caps off. Check the clearances. Alright. Now the caps off. While we got it off, we're going to check these. Make sure everything is spec. You know what I'm saying? Alright, I'm going to take this camshaft back out of here. Bruh. So that we can put more lube on the bottom. We're going to check the clearances. Make sure everything good. Then we're going to put this shit back. Come straight up out of the way. Alright. I'm going to put a little more lube in here. Make sure these tight. Yeah, they good. They good. I'm going to put a little more lube in there. Alright. Cool. All right, let's put the crank back in it. Let's grab the crank and set it back in it, making sure we go straight down with it. Oh, I'm fucking up, that's why. Yeah, that's it. That's it. It's in there. All right. Let me check it, see how close it is on its walls and stuff. But I think that's gonna be good. I think that's gonna be good. All right, let's put the caps back on it. I'm gonna put some, ultra slick on the main caps. Clean them up the best I could, get that Plastigage off. Put a little dab in each one. Something like that, look. Put a little dab in each one. Something like that, don't do too much. Don't do too much. I mean, it ain't gonna hurt it, but, I just don't want this to be gliding everywhere. All right, cool. Trying to get used to doing this stuff one hand, y'all. I'm new to this. Y'all work with me. All right, then all I'm gonna do is just spread it. Like I said, I don't want to get none on the top rim. I'm gonna get it up there close though. I don't want to get none on the top. Spread it. I like how this stuff feel. Make me feel like when my engine start, it's gonna be there. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Remember, I ain't trying to get none on the top edge. Alright. I feel like I want to put a little more on this one. Alright, let's do this one right here. Yeah, I feel like I want to put a little more on this one too. I think I might. What y'all think? Yeah, I think a little more won't kill it. I feel like a little more won't kill it. A little more on this one. And this one. Hell, I'm gonna do that one too. You know what? Let's just do them all. Why? Why not? Well, that might be too much for them, but we'll see. Alright, let's start over. Oh yeah, I like how that feel. I got some at the top. That's how I wipe it off. Alright, let's do that one. Yeah, that feel much better. Yeah, that's much better. Y'all see that? Much better. That's what you want. Y'all see that? Yeah, that's much better. Alright, there we go. Alright, I'm gonna set y'all right here right quick. Then we're gonna drop these caps on. The first 4 all face the back of the motor. Alright, now before we put these nuts on here, we're gonna put some ARP fastener lube on all the threads. Alright, now I'm also gonna take some and put a little bit on the head bolt like that. Under, right? Alright, let's start torquing it down. Let's take our torque wrench down. Let's take it down to, let's start with 25. Let's start with 30. Alright, that was 30. Now let's go to 40. Go to 50. That was our third pass, but we still need to take our inner bolts up another 10 foot-pound or 60 foot-pound. So we're gonna go ahead and do that one at 60. Alright, everything should just spin. Well, as you can see, A.C.C family, we got that crankshaft installed, but what you don't see is me putting the side bolts in, putting some RTV around the head of those bolts, and dropping that down at 18 foot-pounds. I would like to thank you for watching the video, and if you like what you saw, I would definitely like for you to subscribe, like, comment, and share the video. And if you didn't like it, then double down on that and hit that dislike button twice. Till the next time.